There has to be a reason why doctors were saying that coffee is harmful. I suppose it's because some trials showed that coffee is harmful, but I would guess, because you also mentioned that the professor said there are no companies that match all these criteria and produce actually healthy coffee. So that tells you there's a huge difference between coffee and coffee. And now I'm wondering, maybe if not all, at least a lot of the negative health effects from different trials are actually due to low quality coffee.
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. So coffee is one of the most well-studied foods on the planet. There's 19,000 studies. When I first looked at this in 2016, it's probably now 25,000. It's incredibly well studied. But a lot of the studies originally were in the 50s and 60s. And the problem with those studies is they didn't sort for the fact that when people were drinking coffee, they were also smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, not exercising. So what we knew back in the 50s and 60s, we know very differently now. And doctors wouldn't think of prescribing you a cigarette, which is what they used to do. So once we sorted for that, and once scientists sorted for that and recognized that we weren't taking into account cigarette smoking, and we weren't taking into account alcohol abuse, and we weren't taking into account lack of exercises, the results of the studies actually reversed. I mean, they weren't just slightly better, they absolutely reversed. And so we started to recognize that coffee is good for health. And I think one thing that's very important about this is these 19,000 studies on coffee and health are majorly promotional about the health benefits of coffee. It's the number one antioxidant in the American diet. And what is key about this, that's all coffee. Those studies were done on Starbucks, they were done on people who were buying coffee at their local gas station, and McDonald's, in pharmacies. It's just so the health benefits were really, really deep for coffee generally when nobody was really paying attention. So what I thought was an interesting opportunity is, well, what if we made every decision based on health without compromise? Could something that's already good for you be made even better by some conscious sourcing and roasting? Is there anything that we could do to actually make a difference? I say the summary is that those studies have reversed in terms of the health benefits of coffee. It's now pretty incontrovertible, the health benefits of coffee when it comes to antioxidants, reducing inflammation. That's generically coffee, and I think we can do a better job as an industry to improve the quality of coffee for health by paying attention to it.